Y'all, we back with another video. Dan almost cries. He basically damn near cries at Backlash against him. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you get notified when I upload. Let's get right into it. Let's go.
Endless complaining, then just don't watch the shows. It's okay. Like, this is a constitutional republic. You're not obligated to listen to my show. Justin, what was the line on the air with Jim? It's not a freaking airport, man. You don't have to announce your departure.
Dan Bongino, our former deputy FBI director, has left the government and returned to the world of podcasting, and he's been getting some mixed reviews and reactions. His fanboys were excited to have him back, but many of them were less keen to forgive him for what he did, or rather for what he didn't do, while occupying such a high position of authority within our government. Bongino had long been a proponent of releasing the Epstein files, but once he actually ended up in a leadership role in the FBI, he didn't release the files. He just became another mouthpiece for this dumb administration, defending its hesitation, or really its outright refusal to release the files. He's now got people calling him a pedo protector. With Bongino's return, he has said that he is here to destroy these MAGA traitors, the people who voted for Trump and supported him with the expectation that he would release the Epstein files, and were more than understandably upset when he did not do that. Bongino probably would have been one of those MAGA traitors himself had he not completely sold out by taking a job with the government. But he's back in the podcasting space, his old stomping grounds, declaring war on quote-unquote life losers, grifters, and bums. So here he is talking about what's wrong with the black pillars. Black pillars, by the way, are typically misogynistic incel dudes on the internet, but that is not what Bongino is referring to when he talks about what is wrong with them.
Like, you get these black pillars. The thing about black pillars, where everything sucks all the time, is they're like, well, we're demanding accountability, but you're not great. So am I. You're endlessly complaining about things you don't know anything about. Like, that's all you do. Like, he'll shut down the border, 10 people across a month. Why wasn't it 0? Okay, well, can you just acknowledge going from 1 million to 10 is a big deal? That way, and there's a cost to that. And the cost you see is in, polling numbers around the midterms. You can't let this negative vibe constantly set in. That doesn't mean healthy debates about policy are not welcome. Hey, I'm not a big tariff guy. I've said that 1,000 times. Debating policies are fine. I think a lot of the so-called damage from the tariffs was dramatically over-exaggerated. Even people who don't like them having to acknowledge that now. The economy's motoring, 4% growth. But the black pill complaining and whining all the time about the administration, it's just like, man, what team are you on?
The team they're on is the team of desperately trying to find something in this world and in this life that makes them feel good about themselves. They're still black pillars because they haven't found that thing yet. Otherwise, I think by definition, they just wouldn't be black pillars anymore. And sure, there's a healthy dose of tribalism in American politics, probably more today than there has ever been. And that tribalism is particularly felt on the right, particularly within the MAGA coalition. It's only recently that tribe has started to fracture and break. And speaking as someone on the left, I can say that, yeah, sometimes it is difficult to get things done without a strong sense of solidarity and shared goals and shared visions. This is why we talk about a political spectrum, because everyone has their own idea of what a perfect society would or could be, and much of that worldview is colored by personal lived experiences and personal status, etc. And just speaking on the left, progressives and socialists are lumped in with the same voting bloc as corporatists and left-leaning conservatives. There is a reason why the left is constantly fighting within itself. One group is trying to maintain a status quo that doesn't work for most people, and the other thinks that that is unacceptable. And then among leftists or progressives, we all have different ideas of how things should be handled, who should be in charge, how and where money should be spent, and more. Similarly, on the right, you have the further right group, the MAGA group, challenging the establishment, but their lines are a little bit blurred. Trump is MAGA, as in that is his movement. But Trump is also very much the establishment regardless of how he tries to brand or position himself. Like, no, he's not an old school Republican like Newt Gingrich or Mitch McConnell, but he is a rich old man who serves his own interests. He does not live in the same way that his supporters do, and he doesn't even try to understand his supporters. He just uses them for leverage whenever he needs to. They live in two different worlds. But he told them that he would release the Epstein files. They believed him, and then not only did he not release the Epstein files, but he told them to just shut up about it and stop asking.
That's crazy because, like, now that he's starting a war and stuff, everybody forgot about the Epstein files now, huh? Because they so focused on him. What's his next move with the war shit? It is crazy now, man. It's unbelievable.
He invaded a whole other country, which I'm sure has nothing to do with distracting people from the Epstein files. Maybe for Trump, it's just a really convenient side effect of the invasion. But back to Bongino, the comments pertaining to his less than triumphant return suggested disappointment in Bongino's 10-month-long stint with the FBI. One commenter said, "Zero deep state arrests. Imagine talking for 10 years about taking down the deep state, going to FBI for a year and pretending you didn't fail." Another said, "I wish Dan hadn't taken that FBI job. He totally destroyed and effed his credibility. I believed he would make a difference. The BS that was coming from him in that job was disgusting and a massive betrayal to his base and MAGA. I'm horrified and disgusted." Others simply called him a clown or a puppet, but the biggest attack against Bongino may have come from comedian Dave Smith. Bongino tweeted at Smith saying, "Your family and kids must be ecstatic that their last name is Smith so they can blend in with the millions of other Smiths out there and pretend they don't know you. Imagine being dumb enough to post what you just did publicly and then pretend it isn't copium. You're scared. I can smell you from here. Now go get your shine box like I told you." And to that, Smith replied, "Holy effing crash out. Are you seriously posting about my children at 7 a.m.? Keep repeating your dumbass boomer shine box line. I'm not the one who got ordered to go lie to the public and said, 'Yes, sir.' Scared? Come see me. I will end your career and you know it. Run away, little girl." Dave Smith has been outspoken about how poorly Bongino performed in his former FBI role. I don't think anyone would refer to Dave Smith as a black pillar, but Bongino seems to be lumping anyone on the right who criticizes the Trump administration into that same group. So fracturing within the smaller MAGA faction of the right means that MAGA is breaking from Trump. His support base is getting smaller and weaker, which I suppose is good news for the rest of us. But now characters like Dan Bongino have taken it upon themselves to lecture the worst of them, the black pillars, into being more optimistic, more lenient, more compassionate. Unfortunately, those are none of the things that black pillars are known for. They are defined by their sense of nihilism and hopelessness. And those aren't things that are unique to the right. I think we all can have nihilistic, hopeless moments, especially these days. It's only natural, but not all of us are making it our defining personality trait. Bongino trying to appeal to nihilists to stop being so nihilistic seems like it's going to be a futile effort. But that's one of the problems with movements like MAGA. The followers are just that. They are followers, not supporters. Followers. They just do as they're told. They believe their chosen leader when he tells them he's looking out for them.